what else? I guess that's it, ladies and gents. That's it. Now something completely different. Why? Because it moves me. It touches me on a different level. Like in my different, like in my second hemisphere of my brain, I guess. Now I'm thinking actually how to show this to you, and maybe first, first I'm gonna show you the video clip. You'll see this now mirrored. I'm sorry for that, but don't really. It's not really that important. Because it's about what I want to show you is a bit of the clip and a bit of the clip and kind of transitions in the official video. So Kollegah and Farid Bang are two German rappers. Their album concept is called Jung, brutal, gut aussehend. So in English, young, brutal, good looking. So they are young, brutal, good looking. That's one of their tracks. And in this track, it's really lyric wise, it's very brutal because they really like make fun out of many different rappers, especially because what is now happening in the German scene, German rap scene, is that there are many newcomers, and they're extremely successful. And that's actually one of the lines in this track is actually that this album that is coming by them in December will end this hype of this new, quickly, commercially successful German rappers, because they are usually stealing from the cloud rappers from France, for example, from the US. They're doing trap, and they're not like that. And you can basically hear this in the track. So the album is called Jung, brutal, gut aussehend. In that case, it's 3, so this is going to be their third album. And and I'm gonna show you a bit of the clip off my phone because I can't do it otherwise. Look actually at this here. How it's fucking amazing, isn't it? And now it looks like JBG, so Jung, brutal, gut aussehend, young, brutal, good looking, the third album because it's part 3. And look at this scenery in the video clip. It's insane, isn't it? By the way, after 1 week, this clip has 6 million views almost. So this is absolutely insane. So you see like all my cables now in the reflection, sorry for that. I just want to show you the beginning. And I'm gonna explain a bit of the lyrics. So now they say actually how they kind of overtook the game. Look at the scenery. This is absolutely insane, isn't it? I really love it. So I'm gonna link this afterwards. I just want to pay you attention now when they get into the car and they start to drive the car and what happens afterwards. This was one of my favorite lines. Now check this scene now. And there's gonna be a transition and how this looks. It's absolutely sick. You don't even have to understand the lyrics. And now, here it comes. Check this out. BAM! Shit! This was my reaction, really? Oh my goodness, this is looking so sick. And this is like the point, you know, it's not only about the lyrics, it's about also the video clip. But I was, you know, listening first to the lyrics. Look at this, how this is looking, insane. Damn, look at those explosions. This is insane. Okay, well then this actually kind of goes on and on. I'm gonna link to this. I didn't want to you know give you like kind of an idea what a video clip looks like because it's absolutely freaking insane. I know it's very unprofessional because it's only from my phone, but I'm gonna link you the track. And no, it's about Verlauf, history of like kind of what I played. And I'm going to elaborate a bit of the lyrics. So I'm going to explain it to you. So the first part is not that interesting, except maybe of one line that it's about Kollegah, so one of this kind of whiter guy or the taller guy, is talking about that if he's not paying his taxes for 1 year, then this gonna put Germany into state bankruptcy. When I heard this for the first time, this line, I was like, oh my goodness, this is such an what this is called exaggeration, you know, over exaggeration. That's, oh my goodness, how can you have such a sick idea to put out a line like this? It's absolutely insane. And I'm gonna play this once again, or actually some of these tracks, simply because shoutouts to my brother's girlfriend who borrowed me their Spotify account so I could rip this in 320k off Spotify. So I'm having the sickest ideas and I'm really proud of this. I'm not even lying. Where is this track? Here. And really, you know, you have also like to listen to the instrumental. Like, it's absolutely sick. It's not only about the beat. So I'm gonna play maybe a bit of the. Yeah, I'm gonna play the outro a bit because you can hear the beat. So brutal, isn't it? The atmosphere is so dark, but yet so brutal. You know. So it's not only about the lyrics, it's about, you know, and what I'm so ashamed, actually not ashamed, but it's really a pity that I didn't record my reaction to this. Because it was actually after the last week's BZcast at 11 p.m. Central European time that they put this out on YouTube, and I was watching this video and I was like, first of all, lawful number one, this line with if I don't pay taxes for 1 year, Germany will get into state bankruptcy. I was like lying on the floor almost. And then the second line was actually he's saying about this, I guess here something. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, they are also in almost every track they are calling about Mock. Mock is also a German rapper who is in the scene for very long. But no, I'm not kidding. This guy, this rapper, is homeless. I'm not joking. He's really homeless. He was in prison for spraying trains. You know, spraying like tagging trains. And then he was in prison, and you know he's broke. You know, and that's why he was homeless. And they tried with merchandise sailing. They tried to get him out of the prison so they can pay the caution. Yeah, this is like really a strange story, and that's why actually almost in every track they are dissing Mock here that he's homeless, you know, and he's simply he's a poor son of a bitch. Yeah, that's what he's saying. And also, like, he's saying that you cannot buy his tape at Amazon, but poor son of a bitch, that doesn't work in English because, you know, Amazon, armer Nuttensohn is almost equally, you know, almost, you know, equal like in spoken language in German. I want to elaborate on this line. And I prepared here something. So this line is about a German rapper, very famous German rapper called Sido, and he's saying, this rapper is saying that he's fucking his wife during Netflix and chill, and what he's doing there is he's fingering her while watching movies, and he's calling this flipbook. Why flipbook? Because this doesn't work in English. I wrote this down here. Because flipbook in German means Daumenkino. So this is mirrored because this is of the camera. And Daumenkino means thumb. Also like Daumenkino is actually the picture is is like this, that the flipbook in German is called Daumenkino. Daumen means thumb, and Kino means cinema or theater. And that's why actually when you have like this kind of a picture in your head, that he's like really fingering her like this. And he's actually comparing this to a flip book, you know, where you're flipping around and you're seeing a short story. Then, you know, I was on the floor laughing my ass off. Really, how can you have a picture like this that you're fingering the wife of another rapper during a Netflix and chill session? Like, I was, you know, lyric-wise, it's absolutely sick. He's still talking about fucking bitches, but such an eloquent way that you can't really, like, you can't describe it, how genius that is. Yeah, it's absolutely genius. So really, so he's like kind of doing it like a flip book, but it doesn't work in English because flip book is German Daumenkino, which uses the picture of a thumb, because Daumen means thumb and Kino means cinema or theater. And yeah, and that's why this works in German, because you kind of really can imagine how he's fingering her with the thumb. To me, it is, Rosie. Really, it is, because like having this, how do you actually write lyrics like that you have an idea of how to finger another German like rapper's wife while using your thumb and then calling this Daumenkino in German? This is absolutely sick. Like English speaking people don't understand this, but when like trying to explain this, why this works, because the flip book in German is Daumenkino. Daumen means thumb, so that means that he's doing it like this during Netflix and chill with another German rapper's wife. Yeah, one more line by the other rapper, by Farid Bang. Okay, this is like a punch against another label. So, your girlfriend is liking the threesome like Shakira. This doesn't work in English either, because Dreier in German, I wrote it down here, means both threesome and number 3. Because drei is simply 3, yeah, and Dreier could also mean number 3, yeah. And this, why Shakira? Because, maybe I forgot to write this down, sorry for that. Maybe I wrote it down like this, Shakira. Is, I don't know if he's married, or let's call him married, because well, we're having the threesome. So your girlfriend likes threesomes. This means that he's cheating on you, that she's cheating on you. While Shakira also likes the number 3, which means Gerard Piqué, because the back number of Gerard Piqué at his club FC Barcelona is also number 3. So this is like kind of at the back. At the back of like Gerard Piqué's jersey, and that's why your girlfriend is liking the threesome or the 3, or the number 3, just like Shakira, because Shakira is married to Gerard Piqué, and that's why this works. This is also like a line where you really like. This is one of the like. That's why I love those guys so much, because you really have to think like a few seconds, or at least listen to it a second or third time, to kind of get all the like kind of meaning behind the lines, you know? And that's actually why this is actually genius. So Dreier in German means both threesome and number 3, which is, you know, why this works in German, and in English it doesn't. Yeah, I would also like to have a threesome with 2 girls, so if any girls are feeling free, or yeah, whatever, just join me. Just kidding. Yeah. But actually, it appears that your girlfriend also likes, or your boyfriend likes also threesomes. So, you know, be careful. Always be careful. Don't cheat. Or actually, at least be careful that it's not cheating. Yeah. It's not about Giraffe, but it's about, you know, that he's having like the jersey number 3 at FC Barcelona. Also, like, you know, having this in your head, that you kind of connect a threesome with Shakira through Gerard Piqué, that this is like his jersey number at FC Barcelona. This is also genius. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah. Yeah, this is the last line. So this is a very genius line, because this is basically kind of... so he's destroying basically the whole scene in one line, while saying there are too many rappers right now that are earning too much money on the neck of Frenchmen, just like guillotines. Which means basically that they are kind of copying the French style, and they are earning too much money with this. So this is like the kind of message that he wants to pull this in, which is also very genius, because, you know, this is like kind of this is very true, because there are actually too many rappers that are not doing their own thing, their own style, but they're copying the French style, the US style, and are, you know, successful with this. So yeah. And there's, I guess, one more line, I guess, yeah. Yeah. Last line, because this is absolute genius, also as well, like everybody's a genius. There's a German rapper called Zuna, and he's asking him, this Zuna guy, so he's asking him in this track, if you are called Zuna, like this, why do you call yourself anus in reverse? So this means actually that Zuna is the reverse of anus. So this rapper is an asshole, right? Absolute genius. And then actually I can imagine, like, when he's like, when he was thinking of this line, and then actually he wanted to you know, kind of a punchline of this, another rapper, in the scene, and he's now like seeing the name Zuna, and he's thinking like, what does this mean in reverse? And he's like, anus, yes. I have the perfect line. So yeah, and Zuna is also like one of these rappers that are not having their own style or whatever. So yes. So at the end he says, he fucked all of the rappers except one. And everybody knows who's meant by that. But I'm not gonna elaborate on that, because this is like too complicated. He's just called Bushido. Just one is missing. And the track, by the way, is called... What is the track called? The track is called Put On the Balaclava. So... You know, this means basically, you know, who is wearing balaclavas? So basically, thieves, right? Someone who wants to steal something, you know, to get, you know, unattended, like unrecognized, in disguise, right? So now we're putting on the balaclavas, and yeah, and this is the one track, and the next one I'm not gonna actually explain very much lines, just maybe the